You won't understand it now, but what is happening right at this very moment will change everything. Close your eyes for a second. Take a deep breath. Feel as if something deep inside is calling you. It's like a version of yourself, much wiser, much more awake, is trying to reach you through time. Yes, it's him, your future self, and he's begging, pleading, almost crying, pounding on the invisible glass that separates dimensions, shouting, "Please, don't ignore this video." Because you are now at a spiritual crossroads. You may not see it, but decisions are being made. Invisible movements are happening. And if you ignore this, if you keep living as if it's just another day, you have no idea what you'll be wasting. Do you really think it's a coincidence that you are here? Do you really think this video reached you by chance? Nothing arrives without divine permission. Nothing touches a chosen one without higher order. Your future self knows what's coming. He saw the price of doubt. He knows the bitter taste of regret. He went where your mind can't yet imagine. And now, with everything he knows, he wants only one thing: for you to awaken. But awakening hurts, doesn't it? It hurts because it demands looking within, and deep inside, you already know there are wounds, traumas, memories you tried to bury, but that keeps screaming in your silences. You know this. You feel this. You know that feeling that life should be more, that you were made for something that hasn't arrived yet, that there's something inside you that wasn't born to be ordinary. That's right. It's not just a feeling. It's a calling. It's a summons. It's God's touch saying, "Chosen one, it's now or never." You have been ignoring signs. You've put your soul second. You've been distracted by the noise of the world while your spirit screams for rescue. But now everything changes. Now the veil is falling. Listen carefully. Imagine your future self kneeling before you, tired, exhausted, with tears in his eyes, showing the wounds you yourself created with your unconscious choices, showing the emptiness you built when you followed fear, doubt, comfort zones. And he looks into your eyes and says, "Please, save me. You still can save me. There's still time." And do you know how you save him? By waking up now, by deciding now, by tearing the invisible contracts that keep you tied to spiritual mediocrity, by choosing today to reconnect with who you really are. You came to this world with a mission, and that mission was protected by forces you don't yet understand. Since your birth, there has been a spiritual war around your mind. Envy, sabotage, energetic attacks, repetitive cycles, all to stop you from remembering. Remembering what? That you are chosen, that you carry a sacred code in your soul, that you cannot be like others because you were not born to live like them. And now, your future self needs you, because what you do today changes everything. A decision you make now, a movement you make aligned with the spirit, can free future generations. Yes, you are the turning point of your lineage. That's why the battle was so hard. That's why you felt so alone. Because the great bearers of light are prepared in the dark, and you were being prepared in silence, in abandonment, in pain, in humiliation. But now is the time. Now is the day. And if you've listened this far, it's because you are already ready. Ready to break free. Ready to remember. Ready to answer the call. Your future self has already seen what you can become. He saw the light. He saw the impact. He saw you becoming a channel of miracles, a source of healing, a beacon for those still lost. But all of this will only be possible if you decide today. Will you keep pretending you didn't hear? Will you keep hiding behind excuses? Or will you rise like a true chosen one? Because the only thing standing between you and the life God prepared for you is the courage to answer the call. And yes, it's hard. But difficulty is just the test that separates the curious from the chosen. Have you ever considered that maybe the most painful regret won't be something you did, but everything you didn't have the courage to do? Your future self knows exactly what I'm talking about. He carries on his back the weight of missed opportunities, the almosts, the maybe laters, the I'm not ready yets. And he knows that if you keep postponing your awakening, all the greatness waiting for you will slip through the fingers of time. Listen, there's a thin line between what you're living now and what's already written in God's divine plan for you. But that line only becomes a bridge when you say yes. Yes to the pain that heals. Yes to the process that transforms. Yes to the path no one will understand. But your soul knows its truth. You're not here to repeat patterns. You didn't come to Earth to follow the crowd. You were separated, molded, tested, not to be like the others, but to be a breaking point in the history of your existence. Have you noticed? Everything in your life has always been different. Friendships, fragile, connections, deep but fleeting. That constant feeling that no one fully understands you. That something sets you apart, isolates you, calls you somewhere else. That's not a flaw. It's a sign. It's the signature of the souls of the chosen. The silent mark of those who were sent with a mission so great, they couldn't afford to be distracted by normality. And your future self knows the price of denying that mission. He walked twisted roads. He tried to be what others wanted. He tried to stay quiet, to fit in, to hide. And it almost destroyed him. That's why he screams. That's why he begs. Because he saw what happens when you deny who you are. But he also saw what happens when you accept it. When you finally stop fighting yourself. When you stop trying to please, prove, justify, and simply become what you've always been, a channel of God. At that moment, something inside you opens, a portal, a frequency, a new state of being. You stop chasing and start attracting. You stop begging for love and become a source of healing for those who cross your path. You abandon the search for validation and begin to hear a voice within that says, I am with you. That voice is the same one that lives within your future self, the same one that led you here, the same one that orchestrated this divine encounter between you and this message. You think you're just watching a video? Number, you're being activated. If you allow yourself to dive into what you're feeling right now, you'll realize something is moving in your chest, like a warmth, an energy, a silent cry that doesn't come from your mind, but from your essence. Your spirit is responding, and that response is everything your future self needed. He knows that if you take this step today, the entire timeline rewrites itself. The doors that were locked begin to open. The people who turned their backs disappear from your field. The money that seemed distant starts to flow, and the pain that followed you for years simply loses the power to control you, because everything changes when you change, and when you change, you heal the past, transform the present, and bless the future. Yes, chosen one, you are here to rewrite destinies. Even your unborn children already feel it. Your ancestors watch you with gratitude, and your future self right now, is already starting to smile because he feels that you're listening. Truly. Not with your ears, but with your soul. And when the soul listens, there's no turning back. You know what you have to do. You've already felt the call. You recognize the mirror. Now all that's left is action. And here's the secret the world doesn't want you to find out. You don't have to be ready. You just have to be available. God doesn't choose the qualified. He qualifies the chosen. And if you've made it this far, it's because He has already chosen you. You don't need more signs. This is the sign. You don't need more confirmation. This is the moment. Your future self is now standing, eyes closed, with his hands to the heavens, giving thanks because you finally listened. Now that you're listening, I need to tell you what your future self saw. And no, it's not what you expect. He didn't see a perfect life. He didn't see fame, instant wealth, or social media success. He saw what truly matters, a free soul, an awakened consciousness, a spirit at peace. Because in the end, that's what we're all seeking, isn't it? You might say you want money, stability, recognition. But what you really want is to feel whole. And your future self has lived long enough to know everything external is temporary. But what you build within, no one can take away. Listen, your future self doesn't want to scare you. He wants to set you free. But for that to happen, you need to die, not in the body, but in the ego, in the old version of yourself, the version that accepts emotional crumbs, the version that pretends to be okay while shattered inside, the version that hides behind masks, afraid to own its own power. That version must die, so the real you can be born. You're feeling it right now, as if something inside you is imploding, collapsing everything that was false, fragile, mediocre. Because what comes next is divine reconstruction. And here's a truth few dare to face. You weren't sabotaged by the world. You were sabotaged by yourself. Yes, by your choices, by your silence, by the times you felt the calling and didn't answer. But don't blame yourself. What you didn't know before, you know now. And awareness is the beginning of liberation. Your future self has already forgiven you. Now, you need to forgive yourself. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel that forgiveness descending like golden light over your head, flowing through your throat, your chest, your belly, cleansing, healing, restoring. You're reconnecting with your essence, with your mission, with your destiny. And the most beautiful part is, everything you thought you lost can still be recovered. Time is not linear. The spirit is not bound to the human clock. When you align with the divine plan, God rearranges the pieces. The blessings that seemed delayed arrive like an avalanche. Because God's time is now, and you're living the most important now of your existence, your future self is watching you with eyes full of hope, because he knows that with one yes, with one single yes to your purpose, you can shift the entire axis of your story. You can break ancestral curses. You can heal wounds that have followed you since childhood. You can open portals of abundance that were sealed for generations. But pay attention. The decision is yours. Free will is sacred, and no one, not even God, will force you to change. But he can give you signs, messages, invitations. And this message here is the greatest invitation you've ever received. Don't run. Don't overthink. Don't doubt. Doubt is the favorite weapon of the forces that want to keep you blind. Doubt paralyzes. Doubt kills the soul's impulse. But faith moves worlds. And that's what your future self is asking for now. That you have faith, not in what your eyes can see, but in what your soul feels. You're not crazy for feeling like something greater is waiting for you. You're not delusional for believing you can transform your life. You are not alone. You're exactly where you're meant to be. The entire universe held its breath so you could arrive at this moment. And now, there's only one thing left. Say yes. Yes to your mission. Yes to your future. Yes to your rebirth. Because everything you're searching for out there is already inside of you. And your future self, he's smiling now. Because he knows you finally understood. Have you ever felt that inner voice whispering, even when everything around you is silent? That sensation that something is about to happen, but you don't know what. That's your future self trying to speak, reaching across time and space to warn you. But know this, he doesn't have time to waste. Every second you hesitate, every minute you procrastinate, is a second lost in your journey toward greatness. The world is changing, far too fast for the unprepared. And while many are sinking into illusion, you, chosen one, are being called to step into your place. Do you feel the pressure? It's the pressure of the universe conspiring in your favor. It's the sacred fire burning in your chest, begging you to stop running. Stop running from your truth, from your power, from your purpose. Because the truth is clear and undeniable. You were not born to play small. You were made to shine like the brightest stars in the sky. You were made to defy the impossible, to turn chaos into order, pain into light, darkness into victory. But for that to happen, you must break the invisible chains that hold you back, chains made of fear, doubt, wounded pride, and limiting beliefs. And don't think this battle is out there. The hardest fight takes place within you, between the old you that wants to hide and the new you that longs to be reborn. Your future self has already fought that war. He knows what it's like to fall and rise 1,000 times. He knows that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. That's why he pleads, don't surrender, don't give up. Because giving up now would extinguish a light only you can ignite. It would be denying the mission that God entrusted exclusively to you. Have you felt that flame? That fire that burns but also warms? That fire that reveals your true face, stripped of masks and illusions? That flame is your sacred call to action. The time is not tomorrow. It's not when you're ready. The time is now. And here's a hard but liberating truth. The pain you feel today is the price of your freedom. Every tear, every fall, every fear faced are steps on the stairway to your spiritual throne. And if you look back, you'll see you've never been alone. Angels, guides, invisible masters, all conspiring to keep you from giving up. They send signs all the time, but only the awakened heart can see them. Now, your mission is crystal clear. You must choose between the path of courage or the path of escape, between the path of light or the path of darkness. There is no middle ground. There is no neutral zone. Choosing fear is staying trapped in the past. Choosing courage is embracing your divine future. You are the sum of all your choices. And the next choice is the most important of your life. Will you listen to your future self, or will you keep ignoring the call? Remember, every passing moment is an opportunity slipping away, and your future self doesn't want to lose you. He's waiting for you to rise and say, I am ready, chosen one. The moment you've been waiting for and fearing at the same time has arrived. The moment when there are no more excuses, the instant when the veil falls and you come face to face with the absolute truth. You are more than you imagine, more than your fears, more than the voices that try to silence you, more than any shadow that has ever tried to imprison you. You are the living promise of transformation, the eternal flame that can never be extinguished, the warrior of light who has crossed invisible storms to get here. And your future self is here, now, by your side, with eyes full of pride and tears of gratitude. He thanks you because you chose to listen, because you chose to fight, because you chose to become who God created you to be. But the journey doesn't end here. It begins now. From this moment on, your entire energy must be aligned with divine purpose. You must break free from everything that holds you back. You must cut the ties of doubt and fear. You must raise your vibration higher than ever before. And here lies the secret of the chosen ones. The power you seek is already within you. Don't wait any longer for external signs. Don't cling to the past. Don't let the world distract you. This is your final call to rise and act, to declare with every ounce of your strength, I am the chosen one. I accept my destiny. Subscribe to the channel now. Leave your comment with 11 to receive the full message from your future self. Like this video so that more chosen ones can hear this truth. Join the community that is awakening to the new era. Time is truly scarce. The urgency is divine. Every moment counts, so you don't miss the chance to rewrite your story. Remember, your future self depends on the decision you make today. Don't let him down. Be strong. Be light. Be the chosen one the universe has chosen. We're in this sacred journey together, and this is just the beginning of what's to come.